Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Cindy Urbano, in for Carolina Sanchez. And tonight, we're talking to a fabulous group of women. Strong, independent, all single moms in the house. Woo! But first, we're heading over to the bar with our girl, Malik from SoHue. Tell us what we got here tonight.
So we have a Hugo. It's a #1 selling cocktail at SoHue. And it's like a margarita, just a lot better.
Oh, my goodness. This is absolutely fabulous. You're gonna have to tell us how to make it in a little bit. But next, listen up. All single moms, strong, independent, making it happen. Coming up next.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Being a single mom is funny because as soon as people hear single mom, they immediately make assumptions and count you out, but the whole time you're a boss doing way better than they could have ever imagined, and I mean that in the most humble way possible. It's real interesting.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Cindy Urbano, and I have a bunch of boss babes here with us tonight. Nunu, Jen, our podcaster single moms in the house. Welcome.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm fabulous. Our girl, Kendall Peacock. You're Miss YouTuber over there, single mom.
Hello.
Welcome. And of course, we know our fabulous guest, Stacy B, reality TV star. All beautiful single moms sitting on the couch. I feel strong, independent vibes going on. And we just saw that girl on TikTok telling us about how we get like a different assumption. People kind of decide that they know about single moms. What is it that you have felt or you've been judged on as a single mom?
I think for me, it's mostly single and a mom without ever being married. So with that one, I feel like if someone asks me, are you married? Or, you know, it's like that, oh, kind of thing. And I'm just like, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Like without a husband, everything still flows the same.
Yes.
Except obviously you have more on your plate. But I don't think there should be judgment for those kind of things. I mean, most of the time you have to work twice as hard.
Absolutely.
Right?
And a lot of people say, you know, you're a mom, you're a dad. You have to be kind of like responsible for this being or as many kids as you have. And I know that you were a single mom, Jen,
Yes.
for a long time. Now you're not,
No.
which is yay, kind of like where I think a lot of us are
Thank
trying to
you.
go. But what did you feel that judgment was from other people when they would hear, you know, here's a mom of 3?
And one of the things was trying to get a career and being kind of judgmental of, oh, she's spending too much time trying to follow whatever career she's going through, but then she has the 3 kids here. Is she really being a mom? Is there a real balance there?
Or is she a good mom
Good
because
mom,
she's leaving
yes,
them in daycare,
because-
but
or
you're
whatever.
trying to take care of
Yeah,
the family?
Yeah, I didn't get to do the daycare. Thank God I had my mom that helped me every once in a while. But at the same time, you have that mom guilt, like, am I going to be able to spend enough time with my kids and also pursue this? Because now I have to supply both mom and dad roles.
Oh my gosh, that's difficult, and I think we can all relate here. But Peacock, tell me your experience as a single mom. I know you were single for many, many years. Now you're also in a relationship. How was
I
that?
don't like the way you said that. Other many, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm in a relationship to an amazing man. We were talking about how we manifested, just writing down all
Yes.
the things, and I told him I was like, you literally like everything on the list. But yeah, I have a beautiful 13-year-old and a almost 2-year-old son in May, and that has been quite the experience. My experience with my daughter, who is my oldest, my 13-year-old, I was in the military for the first, 7 years of her life. I did 2 deployments away, so I think that I tried to overcompensate with like money when I was home, because it was a lot of like in and out to sea. I was in the Navy for 14 years, and so I had her on shore duty when it was like easy. So the age that my son is now was the age that my daughter was when I had to leave.
Yeah.
And then she was with her father. That was a oh my God, that was a whole nother.
But talking about like trying to overcompensate, Stacey, I know that you're also a single mom, and did you find yourself kind of doing that where you're like, you got that mommy guilt, you're trying to do so much, but you don't want them to feel alone, or you don't want to feel like you're not there for the soccer practice or for the recital? How did you feel about that?
So I feel that way all the time, and sometimes it comes down to like, okay, I might miss a little bit of a quarter of a bag over here, but the satisfaction in being able to be there for my kids, do things that, you know, traditionally single moms have not been able to do for their children. I know, like, for me, I grew up with a single parent, and she's fantastic. She's the bomb, but she missed a lot in,
But now you understand.
in growing up. Yeah, I understand it.
Yeah.
And that understanding made me really choose my kids for a lot of the time. So, like, I'm involved in the PTO, heavily involved. I'm the classroom mom. I'm the team mom. Like, I will do everything, and even if it means, I gotta get up a little early because I'm a morning person, so I might go to bed at 9:30, but I'll be up at 3 o'clock to get things done.
Or a cup of coffee.
But you know what, Cindy? Like, one thing that when we're having this discussion, and I think it was your first question asked, like, one of the negative stigmas, I guess, like how are single moms stigmatized? Like, one thing that I heard on social media, like, that I was reading and it really annoyed me is, like, we're failures. Like, we failed our family in some way because we are single. And I was just like, no. We chose our children and paramount happiness to have a healthy environment for our kids.
Absolutely, and their own mental health.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a lot of women think that by leaving you're being weak. It takes so much more to keep your sanity and to do this for your children so that they can have a better life, so that they don't see you in an environment that is toxic or, so many other things that happen. But I'm gonna take a moment right now before we take a break. Everybody grab their drinks because it's gonna get hot in a little bit. Salud. Coming up next, we are talking love life, dating life, girls. And we need to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's nice.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Static treated, we get tricked. Static business, we get kicked.
Welcome back to the Nightcap. It's your girl Cindy Urbano here with Nunu, Jen, Peacock, and our girl Stacy B, talking about being single moms. And I don't know about y'all, but did I just see? Is it still tight?
That was
I'm
clutch my
gasping.
pearls.
I was in shock. What is happening here, ladies?
Yeah,
yeah.
I have heard that before though.
Bread.
You have?
After I had my son, yes.
No,
Oh my
no.
goodness.
And they didn't get to find out. I'm like, you should keep your mouth
Oh,
shut.
they
You get
asked the
further.
question. Wow.
Yeah, because I have a toddler, so it's just like afterwards, like, of course, are you and the dad still together, which is a regular question, but then it's just like, so and I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
you may have had a better shot at finding out if it was had you just kept your mouth shut.
Absolutely. And
So-
talking about dating lives, let's talk about the good, the bad, the disasters. How's your dating life going, girl?
Trash.
I've heard that a lot of that is happening during out there in Houston.
I don't have one. Let's just put it that way. I don't see
always
anything
try.
that I want.
I always try to find somebody for her.
She tries, yeah. But I don't know. I'm also very comfortable, I could say, and I think one of the things I think you made a point on was I was very involved in my son's life because my mom wasn't able, she was working all the time, so she wasn't able to be at, games and things like that. With me, I was. So when I was dating, when my son was younger, I'd be like, well, I can't because my son has a baseball game, or I can't because he has practice, and I can't. And I remember I'd make all these, I wouldn't call them excuses because they were true,
Yeah.
but it also gave me a reason to like not be so committed to dating. And then here I am now, he's grown, he's out the house, and I'm trying to find reasons still of why not. But when I do get out there and date someone, it doesn't seem to be something that's serious.
Yeah.
It just doesn't move into that. I just
Is it
haven't
because
been
you
able.
don't want that, or is it that's the
That
vibe
could
you're
be
putting
one
out?
of that could be one of the reasons, but I think there are a couple of guys that I've dated, and dating them as I'm in the situation, I feel like there's some things that I'm like, this won't be long term.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one was I dated, he didn't have kids. And unfortunately, I don't want any more kids. And my
'Cause that's I find that very difficult. As single moms, especially if they don't have children, they probably want that. And it's like, what am I going to start changing diapers again? Am I willing to do that all over again because you want to fulfill that whole family unit and all that? So for you, it's probably they either have kids that are grown, or it's probably not ideal. What about you, Peacock? What do you feel about dating? I did mention you were single for a lot of years. You said 13 years.
I lucked up and met my guy. So when they say, you know, live your life and, you know, have fun, it's true. And I remember hearing on a podcast one time, it might have been the Dear Future Wifey podcast. He had Judge Faith, I can't remember her name, but she's married to Kenny Lattimore. But she was like, you know, had I waited until I got married to start living, I wouldn't have started living until I was 42 years old, because she got married later in life. And that was such a really big moment to kind of, you know, process what she said. And it's just like, you know, get out there and have fun. And so my gentleman, my boo, my man, we actually met. I was doing a sound bath excursion. Zay Signature Creations, he always puts on different events, and he's like a luxury event planner in the Houston area. So if you ever need any event planners, ladies, I have a guy. But we did a sound bath thing. And so I got lucky with meeting him. And he came from a family of his parents have been married for 40 years. They just celebrated 40 years. He does have an older son. And that was a question we talked about, was like, do you want more children? Because I don't want more kids. I don't want you to change your mind a year from now because we love each other and now you want to have offspring. And I'm like, I'm good on that. So it definitely is pee in the pool when it comes to dating, but you also have to understand that just because people, like, y'all are gorgeous, right? Like, beautiful women, everything is gonna make its way to you.
But that's the thing. It's also intimidating because, like, Stacey, you're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You have a, you know, this whole television career and all these things going on for you. But you always say you're single. You're trying to look. What's happening over here?
I don't know. Okay, so last we spoke, I had a little bit of growth, and I realized, like, it took a whole dating show and being single for over 7 years to realize that before I found comfort in the non-committed, you know, like, that was my sweet spot, because I knew, like, at the time I wasn't in a place where I really wanted a real relationship. You know, I have these kids, I'm not willing to sacrifice, I don't want to be inconvenienced. Like, it's no failing on our parts as a single mom. I just knew, like, there were these lines that I wouldn't cross. So where did I find comfort? The non-committals.
Sure.
Thank you. You know, you don't want anything long term. No, I'll never meet your mom. Like, great. keep it coming, boo. But now I think I'm, like, winding it on down where I'm like, okay, I think I'm in a place where
I'm done with
if I meet someone, great. If I don't, more money for myself.
Jen, I know you just met someone recently too.
Yes.
And it's going fabulous. How is it to be a single mom and now in love?
Well, just telling you that whenever I did dating for a little bit after my divorce, I was married for 12 years. So it was very, very hard, because the first thing you have to tell anybody that you're dating, especially me, I have 3 kids. So if that's
says, oh my gosh,
if that's a deal breaker, then okay, we got to move on. So, but I was already older, and as opposed to whenever I did get married, it was like, oh, I'm getting married for love.
Yeah.
But now that you're older, now it's more like, are their finances okay? You know, what is their life like? Do you want any kids? Which is one of the things that I didn't want. So the man that I'm actually married to, he's great, and he fit everything that I wanted in my whole persona.
And I'm so glad you mentioned that, because ladies, it's important to not settle. If there's one thing we have learned, we are complete, we're full. We're not looking for our other half, because we are full.
Yeah.
We want somebody that complements. And in that note, I want to hear about the advice, what you guys would do different as single moms, and that's all coming up next. Welcome back. It's your girl Cindy Burbano here with Nunu, Jen, Pika, Stacey B. We're talking about being single moms. And I think it's very important for all the single mommies out there, or anybody watching really, even the men, because I think they can learn a thing or two. Is there any advice that you have for all these mommies out there that maybe are newly single?
Yeah, I think at the bottom line is you can do it, you'll make it. I mean, because I think everybody thinks, like, how will I do it? How am I going to make it? You do. It's just something, we're built to be moms, and you know, with whatever struggles come, you survive just like anything else in life. You know, finances are something that you obviously have to tackle and work on, but if you're single especially. But I think at the end of the day, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
it lined up the way it was supposed to. It's life, and I made it. He survived.
Right? He's alive. He's got a pulse. We're doing good. As long as I haven't killed him yet.
But did you die?
but it's important to mention that. I think, I don't know you ladies, but there are times when I would look back and I'm like, I don't even know how I'm doing it. How did I even survive that last month? Or how did you even pay the bills? Or how did it just, life has a way of playing itself out that even though you feel like you're struggling or like you can't breathe anymore, something, the Lord, whatever you believe in, will open that door
Every
to
time.
let you through and make it to the other side. What do you think, Jen?
I mean, just going off of what you're saying, I completely agree. Whenever I got out of my divorce, I was at one of the lowest points of my life.
And you had 3 little ones.
3 little ones. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? What I had to do was basically, it took a little while, but I got up. I was not going to be moping around. And I said, I got to get up and I got to do something with my life because there's 3 little boys that are depending on me. And I did. And thank God I was able to, he gave me the strength. And now, because I did that, I'm living a better life.
What do you think, Stacey? What's that advice for all the mommies out there?
I think that mommy's on the brink of being single, like if you're trying to decide if, oh, I'm miserable right now in my relationship, there's no way out, I need to be single. Or if you're just a single person, I think that we really need to consider that our children are of us. And sometimes as moms, we take so much on and we do so much and we're trying to shield them and protect them, and they're really as strong as we are. And what I found to be successful in parenting my kids is that the more honest I am with them and prepare them for whatever curves we have ahead, they are at their best. They are amazing kids.
And
so
they
I think
can do it.
Yeah, I think single moms, we just underestimate the resilience of our children. And you have to make your decision for you because they are rooting for you. It's not the other way around.
And it's a team, right?
Yeah.
It's a team effort. What do you think, Peacock?
Definitely being in a city like Houston where a lot of people are transplants, as we were talking about before, really, finding your village and getting help. Like my neighbor, she's my children's grantee, the grandma auntie, that she has been there for me. So finding your village and realizing that you're not alone.
Yes.
You really do have help, but you just can't be afraid to ask for help.
I think those are great piece of advice that we're giving everybody out there. Find the village. And as women, we're strong. We can stick together, try to help each other out. We're here to build everybody up, especially as mommies. But now we're going to have to take a break because we're going to head over to the bar. You guys enjoying this better margarita that our girl Malik did over there? Yes, we're going to head to the bar and we're going to find out how to make this amazing drink.
We've got every episode of The Nightcap, and we can go for hours. Download the Fox Local app on any of the following smart TV platforms and get in on the fun.
Welcome back. It's your girl Cindy Urbano, and it wouldn't be The Nightcap without a fabulous drink, and that's why we have our girl Malik from Saw Hugh. But wait, we're gonna what?
Bag that glass up.
Yes, baby. You're gonna tell us how to make this fabulous drink, the margarita, but better than a margarita, but kind of tastes like a Jolly Rancher. I don't know, but tell us how to make it.
Okay, so basically we use our Lalo tequila, and we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of that. So we're just gonna free pour it.
Okay.
1, 2. So we'll do 0.75 ounces twice
Okay.
of
that's
lime juice.
The lime juice, that of course is fabulous there. And you're telling me about your bar, So Hugh. It's in Washington Avenue?
It is on Washington Avenue near B&B Butchers and Julep. We are a sporty lounge, and we have a DJ on Friday, Saturday nights. We specialize in all of our signature cocktails, so it's definitely a really good time.
It's a good time. And did you make this drink up?
I did. This is my cocktail.
This is your cocktail.
Yes.
The specialty, what is that? Is that more lime?
This is pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice, okay.
So we did pineapple juice, sweet and sour, strawberry puree, lime juice, tequila.
Okay, so what goes next?
So we'll shake it up.
Let's do this.
And we'll strain it over ice.
Why did you come up with this idea?
Houston, I mean, who doesn't love tahini, chamoy, tequila, strawberry, lime juice, all the great things that, you know, kind of make Houston what it is.
Yes, it's a melting pot. We have a fabulous drink right here, and I'm gonna try this. Put a little straw, which I'm gonna pretend like I didn't try it or I wasn't sipping through the whole show, but let me see. I'm telling you, we need to go see. Are y'all open every day, on the weekends? What's going on?
Yes, we are open Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday through Sunday. It's so cute. And here are my ladies. Are y'all still enjoying your fabulous drinks? Thank you all for watching. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Single Moms Rock. Yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
Yes.
Salud.
Missed out on the nightcap? Well, head on over to our YouTube page and catch up with Carolina.
You can watch full episodes anytime you want. And don't forget to share it with your friends, because we got to keep the conversation flowing.
If you're confident in yourself, who can stop you?
Ding dong, titties.
We're not looking to hurt the sisters,
Gotcha.
but you know, we can get men pretty big.
Why do I look disgusting?
No!
Also, fellas, the toy is not your enemy, it's your teammate.
Tag it in. Join us weeknights on Fox 26 at 11:30 and anytime on Fox Soul.